But yeah, I just thought I would do a walkthrough of my 3D printer because I haven't really sort of shown you or explained anything. There's not an awful lot to it, to be honest. But this is what I use for printing my niddy noddies and my drop spindles. Um, Here we go. So this is Nigel, the printer. He is a CR10 Smart, which means he actually connects via Wi-Fi. So you have a screen which is a bit dusty, but it shows you your nozzle temperature, which at the moment is 210 degrees centigrade, and your hotbed temperature, which is 65. And this is your hotbed, so it's hot to the touch, hence the name. And on this you have a little nozzle, which you can't really see particularly well. You have a nozzle, and that's what the filament comes out of. So the filament is going through this tube, through here, and then here's your reel. So it's kind of got sparkles in it. It's a filamentum one. I tend to use just filamentum filament because it's good quality, and your niddy noddies and such aren't going to snap, because you can get cheaper filament and it's brittle, or it's just not very good. So I stick with that and it does the job. You've got two belts. You've got that one on your, I think that's the y-axis, I can never quite remember, and one across here, and that's what this is running across, this little girder, and the belt obviously is moving it. I think that's about it, to be honest. I've got this really high-tech piece of cardboard preventing the breeze coming from the window over there. In terms of tools, I have a pair of snips for cutting the filament. I use, this is isopropyl alcohol, just for cleaning the bed. And I tend to use, because this is a glass bed, so it gives a nice shiny flat finish underneath. But I was having, it's actually upside down, it's supposed to be the other way round, but you see these little dots, they're slightly raised, so when I was printing, I was getting these bobbles on the bottom of the prints, which I don't particularly like. So I turned the bed upside down, but the filament wouldn't stay properly, even though the bed is properly leveled. It's got, you have to level the bed, otherwise you end up with your work going like this. So if one corner's too high, the filament won't stick to the bed and it'll just float and your print's just ruined, really. This has an automatic leveling system on it. So before it prints, it goes round and it measures the height, and it then records it, and it just prints it perfectly. Whereas I used to have an Ender 3 Creality one, and you have to manually level each corner. So if you mucked it up, it's very easily done. And I was having to do it before each print, because our house, I don't know if you can see particularly well. So we've got this stone built house. My husband's painted it a really cheery yellow, to be honest, just this wall. But you can see that the wall is stone. So the whole house is an 1800 stone cottage. I don't know if you can see the fireplace. It's got the biggest piece of slate you will have ever seen above it. And we tend to have a lot of temperature fluctuations, so it sort of keep it within hours, it needs to re-level. So this newer, slightly more expensive, but not massively so, printer is just, it's just so much easier. Yeah, and this is the adhesive that I use for getting my filament to stay. Some people use hairspray. I've personally not tried hairspray because, as you can probably tell from the state of my hair, I don't use hairspray. So I just order that when I order my filament. which I get from 3D Filler Print, for anyone that 3D prints, and you know, they're based in Essex, I think. Yeah, so if you have any questions, I don't have like in-depth knowledge. I can just about fix my printers, and I have changed some of the coding. In terms of if you're slicing things, I can put in the comments what program I use for slicing, and making designs, like if you want to make a stamp or whatever, what I use. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.